Paper number 4. Now paper number 4, question number 91 onwards. 91 to 93, these three questions are based on critical listening. Now a small paragraph followed by some statements A, B, C, D, E, F, G are the statements given. Now the government of country A. The government of country A has proposed to put a cap on the employment guarantee scheme. Now they would like to put a cap on this employment guarantee scheme, through which every household in rural area is given 50 days of guaranteed employment, isn't it? Now every household in the rural areas were guaranteed some 50 days of employment. Then followed by A, B, C, D, E, F and G. Country A is only the second country in the world. We do not have any information regarding that one. Although there has been no change in the fund allocation at the government's end, the contribution of this scheme, now so the contribution of this scheme to countries A's exchequer has been steadily declining from 9.1% to 0.14%. As what can we say about this one? Now with the help of this B, we can say that it is not at all worth to have this type of employment guarantee scheme. Why? Because earlier to the exchequer, what do you mean by this exchequer? Exchequer means to the government. To the government earlier there used to be around 0.91% revenue that used to be come from this one, but now it is coming only 0.14%. Now sir, although there has been no change in the fund allocation, the fund allocation was the same. Now earlier let us take for example, now this government used to spend something like 100 crores on this one, allocation is 100 crore. They used to get around some 10 lakhs, let us take for example, or 1 crore, isn't it? But whereas now also almost they are allocating the same 100 crore, but whereas now they are getting only 0.14, it has been decreased to 14 lakhs or so, isn't it? Hence, now so though the investment is same, but whereas the revenue what they are yielding from this one is decreasing year on year, hence it is a negative aspect of this one, isn't it? Then condition number 3, there is no differentiation for allocation of work based on gender, age or weather. Gender, age or weather conditions of the location, and the payment is strictly based on the net productivity. Now so it is completely based on net productivity rather than the gender, age or the weather. Then condition number D, the number of unemployment people living in rural areas is much higher than that living in urban areas. And E, this program has been proven to arrest distress migration from rural areas and provide safety to millions during lean agriculture season. Isn't why? What is the cause here? This comes under a cause. What is the reason behind the government to declare this one? What is the reason here? Many of these people are migrating to cities, isn't it? And the two, distress migration from rural areas and provide safety net to millions during lean agriculture season. Whenever there is no agriculture, okay, at that time, during that period, now these are providing some guarantee. Next one, this program has been, condition number F, guaranteeing employment has been discouraging competition. Now they are discouraging the competition, thus resulting in more number of unskilled laborers, which in turn has been adversely affecting countries' GDP. Now sir, now this is the effect of this one, isn't it? Negative. And next one, C is also a negative thing. Then question number 91, many eminent economists and social activists have been voicing their concern. They are voicing their concern against this step taken by the government. Which of the following statements support the economists and the activists? Isn't it? Yes, tell me what is your answer here? Now these economists are completely against to this one. Why the economists are against to this one? Yes, among these A, B, C, D, E, F, E and F, then tell me which is supporting their claim. Now this is C is one, there is no differentiate for allocation. Now sir, though the allocation is the same, but where the revenues which is generating from this one is decreasing day by day, isn't it? Hence this could be the reason why the economists are against to this one, because it is of no use. And at the same time, F, if you take, guaranteeing employment has been discouraging. This is discouraging competition, thus resulting in more number of unskilled laborers. More and more unskilled laborers were there, which in turn has been adversely affecting countries' GDP. Now it is affecting countries' GDP, Hence, this is the reason why the economists are against to this one. Then what is your answer here? The answer could be either C or F. Clear now? Both these two are against to this one. Hence, C or F, what is given here? C is given in this. Then question number 92, a laborer, beneficiary of the scheme, although a laborer, the beneficiary of the scheme, although it guarantees employment and salary, many workers are unwilling to avail the facilities. Why many people are unwilling to avail this facility? Which of the given statements represent a possible reason for such a trend among the workers? Now, so though the government has given this one, but whereas most of these one laborers are against to this one. They are not willing to work in this. What could be the reason? Now, that much something must be against to them, isn't it? Against to their interest. Now, tell me which can be the against to their interest among these. Now, if you check out C. Now, in this C, what is happening here? There is no differentiation for allocation of work based on gender. Now, in the rural areas, what happens? Generally, the male workers used to get maximum when compared with the women workers. But as here in this one, there is no gender. Based on gender, age or the weather conditions. Age, if you take the age of this one, a person who is 60-year-old, isn't it? He cannot work that efficiently as a 30-year-old is, isn't it? Hence, it is not based on age and all the weather conditions. And this could be the reason why equal pay for all these people, hence most of the people are not interested into this one, isn't it? Hence, C could be the reason. Then what is your answer here? Choice 4. Then question number 93, which of the following given statements represent a possible reason behind this step? Why the government has taken this one? The government, why the government has taken here the cause? What is the cause here? E. This program has been proven to arrest distress migration from rural areas and provide safety net to millions during lean agriculture season. This could be the reason why the government has started this one. Then what is your answer here? Only E, that is choice 3. Done with this? 91 to 93. Then question number 94 onwards. Now question number 94, 7 friends namely M, N, O, P, Q, R and S like different toothpaste namely Colgate, Close-Up, Pepsodent, Oral-B, Mesvax, Sensodyne and so on 7. And each friend is also studying a different specialization in engineering, namely mechanical, electrical, computer, civil production and so on. Now in total. Now it comes under 2 parameter distribution, isn't it? Now first let us fix the persons. Who are the persons here? M, N, O, P, Q, R and S. M, N, O, P, Q, R and S are the 7 persons. Now these 7 persons studying different streams and they likes different toothpaste. Then condition number 1. Yes, tell me what is condition number 1 here? The one who likes Mesvax study biomedical. Mesvax studies biomedical. Now whoever the person, that person is biomedical. Mesvax, biomedical, isn't it? Mesvax is biomedical. As of now, we cannot represent the data because there are 7 possibilities to this. Biomedical, N likes Oral-B. N likes Oral-B, that is clearly given. N likes what? N likes Oral-B. This N likes Oral-B. N likes Oral-B, neither civil nor chemical. Now this N is what? N is neither civil nor chemical. This N likes neither civil nor chemical. Now civil and chemical cross, neither civil nor chemical, and the next one. N likes neither civil nor chemical. The one who studies chemical likes neither Pepsodent nor Colgate. No. Pepsodent, the one who likes studies chemical. Now the one who is studying chemical neither likes Pepsodent and what is other? Neither likes Pepsodent nor Colgate. Pepsodent is and Colgate is ruled out for the person who is studying chemical. Next one, the one who studies electrical likes Sensodyne. Now Sensodyne and electrical must always be together. Sensodyne and electrical like Sensodyne. S studies mechanical. S is what? S is mechanical. S studies mechanical and S studies mechanical and likes neither Colgate nor Close-Up. And S neither Colgate nor Close-Up, isn't it? neither Colgate nor close-up. Next one. S studies mechanical and likes neither Colgate nor close-up. P likes neither meswak nor Sensodyne. P neither meswak nor Sensodyne. Meswak is ruled out and Sensodyne is also ruled out to this P. P likes neither meswak nor Sensodyne and studies neither civil nor chemical. This person neither civil nor chemical. Civil and chemical is ruled out. Neither civil nor chemical. And next one. O likes Pepsodent. O likes Pepsodent clearly given. As this O likes Pepsodent and the one who likes Pepsodent, anything given? No. O likes Pepsodent and O likes Pepsodent. The one who likes Oral-B does not study computers. Oral-B computers is ruled out. This person computers is computer and chemical, and what is the other thing here? Civil. These three are ruled out. And the one who likes Oral-B does not study computer or does not like Sensodyne. Or does not like Sensodyne. Sensodyne, this is ruled out. Or does not like Sensodyne and does not study biomedical. Or does not study biomedical. Bio is also ruled out, biomedical. And Q does not study electrical. Q does not study electrical. Now this is what the information given, isn't it? Now with the help of this one, now we need to finalize. Now meswak and biomedical. Tell me who can be meswak and biomedical. Now Sensodyne, if you check out here, this R cannot be Sensodyne, isn't it? Now P cannot be Sensodyne, R cannot be Sensodyne, and P cannot be Sensodyne. Next one, Q cannot be Sensodyne. Why Q cannot be Sensodyne? Because Q electrical is ruled out. Electrical is ruled. Hence Sensodyne cannot be P, cannot be Q, cannot be R, cannot be S as well. Because if it is S, that person must be electrical, that is ruled out, isn't it? And these four are ruled out for this Sensodyne, hence Sensodyne must be M. Are you following this one or not? Now this Sensodyne, M must like Sensodyne and this is electrical. Now we have done with this information. In the next one we are left with meswak and biomedical. Now in this meswak and biomedical, now here. Now this S cannot be meswak, isn't it? Because if S is meswak, then what happens? Biomedical is ruled out because that person is mechanical. S meswak is ruled out and R meswak is also ruled out. Why? Because R biomedical, that is ruled out, isn't it? Hence R and S cannot be here. Now we are left with P and Q. Now out of this P and Q, now tell me where can this meswak be? Now Q is what? Q is electrical, not ruled out. Then next one, and P is what? M. M means this P is meswak, isn't it? P meswak is ruled out. Are you following this one or not? Now here this M represents for what? M represents for meswak. And this person, P cannot be meswak, R cannot be meswak, S cannot be meswak, then who will be meswak here? And this Q is meswak. If this Q is meswak, then what is left over here? This person must be biomedical. Done with this? Now we have done with Sensodyne, Oral-B, Pepsodent, meswak. Then, now coming to this one, then the remaining three were left over, and Sensodyne at this place and meswak and Sensodyne. Then coming to this subjects. Now chemical cannot be here. Next one, civil and computers cannot be N. N cannot be chemical, cannot be civil, cannot be computer, cannot be electrical, cannot be biometric, cannot be mechanical. Then what is left over here? This N must be only production. Are you following this one or not? Now this person does not, he is not doing these three, and again he cannot do electrical, biomedical and mechanical as well. Out of these 7 streams, 6 streams were ruled out. Now finally we are left with only one. What is that? Production. And this N must be production. Done with this? N is production. If N is production done, then again. Then the one who likes, and next one, Pepsodent is here. Then Pepsodent and chemical. Now the one who is doing chemical is not Pepsodent. Hence O cannot be chemical. Are you following this one or not? O cannot be chemical. Now N cannot be chemical, O cannot be chemical, and next one, R. Now we are left with P and R. Now between P and R, tell me which is chemically here. Now P What about this P? Now we are left with P and R. Now P in this P and chemical. Now here, civil and chemical, this is ruled out by P, isn't it? As chemical cannot be P and it cannot be O, cannot be S, and this chemical must be R, and this person is chemical, isn't it? If this person is chemical, electrical, production, biomedical, chemical and mechanical is done. Now this person cannot be, P cannot be civil, then who will be civil here? O is civil. If O is civil, then what is left over here? Computers, and who is that person? Now P is computers. Electrical, production, civil, computers, biomedical, chemistry and mechanical. Then coming to this P, R and S. Now the one who is doing chemical likes neither Pepsodent nor Colgate. Now here Colgate and close-up cannot be by S. Colgate cannot be, Colgate and close-up, Meswak, Pepsodent, Oral-B, Sensodyne are ruled out for this S. Then what is left over here? The only thing which is left over is bubble, isn't it? Then coming to this R, R is chemical. As this person R is chemical, the one who has done chemical does not like Pepsodent or Colgate, and this person does not like Colgate, hence P likes Colgate. If this P likes Colgate, then what is left over here? Close-up. And who likes close-up? This R likes close-up. Done with this? Now, though we have given the provision for the second possibility, it is not at all required. Now, in this one, if you observe here, most of the information is related to negative statement, neither this one nor that one and so on. Hence, in these type of questions, representing the data plays a very, very vital role. Okay, now we need to know how to represent the data, isn't it? Now, this is the very basic reason why we have completed this entire set in a single reading. Why? Because we are representing the data. And this is about question numbers 94 to 99. Let's write down this one, then let us discuss about 100 to 103. Next one, question numbers 100 to 103. What is the information here? A, B, C, D, W, X, Y, Z. A, B, C, D, W, X, Y, and Z are seated in a straight line equidistant from each other, but not necessarily in the same order. Some of them are facing south, while some of them are facing north, isn't it? Among these 8 persons, some north and some south is clearly given. Now, X faces south. Now, X is facing south. Now, let us take like this, X is facing south, X sits second to the right of B. As X is seated second to the right of B, B can be either here, this is one possibility. X sits second to the right of B, then this B must face towards north, then only X will be second to the right. And again, what is the other possibility here? If X is here, X is facing towards south, and B can be here as well. If B is here, then this B is facing towards south, isn't it? X faces south, X sits second to the right of B, B sits second to the left of Z. Now, this B himself is seated second to the left of Z, hence B must be here, isn't it? And this Z must be to the left hand side of B. Now, this Z sits, B sits second to the left of Z, hence this Z must be facing towards south, then only B sits second to the left of Z is possible. And in this one, B is here, Z must be here. If Z is here, then Z is facing towards north, then B sits second to the left of Z is possible. Clear now? And how many possibilities we have? We have some 2 possibilities. And at the same time, Z sits at one of the extremes end of the line, that is clearly given. As Z is at one of the extreme ends of the line, either Z can be at the left extreme or right extreme, isn't it? Either Z is at the left extreme or at the right extreme. Done? W is not an immediate, hence as we have 2 possibilities in this one. Now, sure. Now, this is what the information we have. Now, we need to represent this one. Z is facing at an extreme end. We are facing Z at the left place, and this Z will be at the right hand side. There are 2 possibilities, isn't it? Now, let us rewrite this one once again. How many persons are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the next one 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 persons. Now in this one, Z can be at the left extreme or Z can be at the right extreme, isn't it? Now I am fixing this Z at this place. If Z is here, Z is facing towards south. Then B sits second to the left of Z, B will be here. If B is here, then who is the other person here? X faces south, X will be here. X is facing south and S, X is facing south. X sits second to the right of B. As X is seated second to the right of B, B faces towards north, isn't it? B faces north. And next one, what is the other information we have? The other information we have is Z. Z is at an extreme end. If Z is here, B will be here. If B is here, X will be here. X is facing towards south. X faces south, X sits second to the right of B. Hence, B must also face towards south. Then next one, B sits second to the left of Z. B is seated second to the left of Z. Z must be facing away from the center, isn't it? Hence, how many possibilities do we have? We have some 2 possibilities. And if you observe here the last statement, both X and Y face the same direction as Z. That means, what do you mean by this one? X, Y and Z are facing the same direction. But as in the first case, X and Z are facing the same direction, but as in this one, X and Z are facing different directions, and hence the second case is completely ruled out. Are you following this one or not? Okay. Hence, now we are left with only the first one. Then Z sits at one of the extreme ends of the table, we have taken that information, and C sits to the immediate left of D. As C is to the immediate left of D, and C and D can be in these 2 places or can be in these 2 places, and out of which, and D neither left of D, neither C nor D sits at an extreme end of the line. And C or D cannot be at this place, and if C is here, then D will be here, or if D is here, C will be here, isn't it? D or C. Now neither C nor D sits at an extreme ends of the line, and C faces the same direction as A and B. Now C, A and B, all these persons are facing towards north, isn't it? C, A and B are facing towards north, and A sits second to the right of W. As A is seated second to the right of W, then what are the different possibilities here? And A sits second to the right of W, and if A is here, W is here, or if A is here, W is here. A sits second to the right of W, then who is the person left over? Y is the person left over. A sits second to the right of W. Next one, A is seated second to the right of W. Both the immediate neighbors of A face opposite direction. Immediate neighbors of A are facing opposite directions, isn't it? If A is here, then Z and B are opposite. If A is here, then X and B are opposite. And there are 2 possibilities to this one. Both X and Y face the same direction as Z. X and Y. X is south, Y is also facing south, and D and Y face opposite directions. As D and Y faces opposite directions, Y is south, hence D must be facing towards which direction? North. If D is towards north, C sits to the immediate left of D, isn't it? C sits to the immediate left of whom? Immediate left of D, isn't it? Now here it must be D, right? C or D. Now in this one C or D, now C is facing towards north, C cannot be here. If D cannot be here, because if D is here, C is to the immediate left of D is not possible. Hence D cannot be adjacent to X. Hence where should this D? D must be adjacent to Y only, isn't it? Now this D is adjacent to Y, this D is facing towards north, and C will be here, and C sits to the immediate left of D. A, B and C are facing the same direction. B is towards north and C is also towards north. Then one more information between W. A sits second to the right of W. As A is seated second to the right of W, then who are the remaining persons? D and Y face opposite. W is not an immediate neighbor of Z. As W is not an immediate neighbor of Z, W cannot be in between Z and B, hence W must be in between X and B. W is here. If W is here, A is here, and A is facing towards which direction? A is facing towards north. Then A sits second to the right of W, and this W must face towards south. Then only A sits second to the right of W. Done with this? Now this is how these 8 persons are seated in a row facing towards different directions, north and south. Z is towards south, A and B are facing towards north, W and X are towards south, C and D are towards north, and Y is towards south. And Y is towards south. And this is about question numbers 100 to 102. 103. Next one, question number 104 onwards. 104 to 108, these 5 questions are based on 104 onwards. Data sufficiency. Now, in this question number 104, tell me what is your answer here, question number 104. How many people are standing between T and X in a straight line of 13 people? How many people are there? In total, we are having some 13 people. Now, among these 13 people, how many people are in between T and X? Then, M stands at the extreme left end. M is at the extreme left end. M is at this place. M is at the left extreme end of the line. Only 2 people between M and U, 1, 2, U will be here, only 2 people between M and U. And T stands to the immediate left of U, T must be at this place, T stands to the immediate left of U. Then T stands to the immediate left of U. Next one, only one person between Z and U. As only one person between Z and U, now Z can be either here, that is one possibility. Then what is the second possibility here? T at this place, U is here, and Z can be here, that is the second possibility. How many possibilities we have? 2 possibilities. And only one person between Z and U, and X stands to the immediate right of Z. X stands to the immediate right of Z, X is here. In the first case, it is not possible, isn't it? Hence, in this one, with the help of this condition number 1, tell me how many persons are in between T and X. Now, there are 3 persons between T and X. Are we getting the answer or not? Hence, 1 alone is sufficient or not? 1 alone is sufficient because there are only 3 persons between T and X. Then, coming to the second one, I stands at the extreme right end of the line. I is at the extreme right end of the line, I is here. And only 2 people between I and J, 1, 2, J will be here. 2 people between I and J. Only 2 people between J and X. 2 people between J and X, X must be here. And L is an immediate neighbor of X. As L is an immediate neighbor of X, then what is the possibility here? L can be left hand or L can be here. There are 2 possibilities. L is an extreme, L is an immediate neighbor of X. T stands fifth to the left of L. If L is here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, T will be here. Or if L is here 1, 2, 3, 4, T will be here. Now, in this case, how many persons in between T and U? There are 5 persons. Now, in this case, how many persons between T and U? T and X? There are 3 persons. And your answer is either 3 or 5. Either 3 persons can be in between T and X, or 5 persons can be in between T and X, because there are 2 possibilities. If L is here, 5 you are getting. Or if L is here, then we are getting only 3 persons between T and X. Clear now? Hence, 2 alone is not sufficient, only 1 alone is sufficient. 1 alone choice, please. 1 alone, that is choice 1. Question number 104, it is choice 1. Then 105. Now, in this question number 105, how is J related to U? Now, we need to find out how is this J related to U. J is the sister of M. J is the sister of M. Tell me how to represent this one. J is the sister of M. M is the mother of B. J is the sister of M. M is the mother of B. B is the son of D. B is the son of D means, as of now, B is the son of M. B is the son of D. That means M and D are married couple. D is the father of U. D is the father of U. As D is the father of U, tell me how is J related to U? U's mother is M, mother's sister. Mother's sister is aunt. Are we getting the answer or not? Hence, J is the aunt of U. J is the aunt of U, hence 1 alone is sufficient. Then coming to the second one. Now, in the second category, U is the daughter of D. As U is the daughter of D, D is here, U is the daughter of D, and U is the daughter of D and M. As U is the daughter of D and M, M and D are married couple, and D is the brother of L. As D is the brother of L, and D is a male, M is a female, and M is the sister of J. M is the sister of J. As M is the sister of J, are we getting the answer or not? How is this J related to U? J can be either male or female. If J is a male, uncle is the answer, or if J is a female, aunt is the answer. And the answer could be either uncle or aunt. Hence, 2 alone is not sufficient, only 1 alone is sufficient. Only 1 alone choice, please. 3 is the answer. And this is about question number 105. Then question number 106, among 6 people are standing around a circle. Now, 6 persons are there standing around a circle. Then, some facing the center while some are facing outside. What is the position of F with respect to C? Now, the question is about what? What is the position of F with respect to C? Then choice 1. What is choice 1 here? Now, in choice 1, only 2 people between C and E. As 2 people between C and E, C faces the center clearly given. As C is facing the center, 2 people between C and E. Among these 8 persons, 2 people in between is nothing but they are opposite to each other. 2 people sit between, among these 6 persons. 2 in between is nothing but they are opposite. 2 people between C and D. C faces the center. Only one person stands between E and F. One person stands between E and F. F can be here. That is one possibility. What is the second possibility? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this is C. If this is C, E is here. One person between E and F, F will be here. Isn't it? One person between E and F. D stands to the immediate right of A. D is to the immediate right of A. D and A will be here. If D and A will be here, then B will be here. D and A, then B will be here. And D faces the same direction as C. Now D is facing the same direction as C. Now only one person between E and F. Next one, D stands to the immediate right of A. D stands to the immediate right of A and D faces the same direction as C. Only 2 people facing the center. As only 2 people facing the center, isn't it? Now as of now C is facing the center, then D will also face the center, isn't it? As D is facing the center, all the remaining persons are facing away from the center. Are you following this one or not? C and D are the only 2 people who are facing the center. Now if D is facing the center, then who is the other person here? D. Now D and A. D and A are the 2 persons left over. Then D stands to the immediate right of A. As A is facing away from the center and D stands to the immediate right of A, is it possible here? D stands to the immediate right of A. If A is facing the center, then D will be immediate left. Hence A cannot be here. As A cannot be here, then A must be here. If A is here, then D will be here. And A is facing away and D is facing towards, then D stands to the immediate right of A is valid. Now in this case, tell me what is your answer here? Now the question is about what is the position of F with respect to C. Position of F with respect to C, F is to the immediate left hand side of C, isn't it? As of now I got that F is to the immediate left of C. Now the second case is also there. What is the second case here? C and D are facing towards the center and only 2 persons are facing the center. As only 2 persons are facing the center, D stands to the immediate right of A. A is away from the center. As A is away from the center, A is here, then D will be here, isn't it? Then only D sits to the immediate right of A. 2 persons are inward and the remaining persons are away from the center. All these persons are away. Done with this? Then what is the question here? What is the position of C with respect to whom? Position of C with respect to F. Position of F with respect to C. Yes, what is the position of F with respect to C? Here F is to the immediate right of C. Here F is to the immediate left of C. Are we getting 2 different answers or not? Either to the immediate left or to the immediate right. Hence 1 alone is not sufficient. As 1 alone is not sufficient, then let us go for the second one. B stands second to the right of C. C faces the center clearly given. 8 persons, 6 persons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now this C is facing the center and B stands second to the right of C and C faces the center. A is an immediate neighbor of both D and C. As A is an immediate neighbor of both D and C, A is here and D will be here. A is an immediate neighbor of both D and C. F stands second to the right of E. F stands second to the right. E and C opposite direction. As E and C are opposite directions, F stands second to the right of E, isn't it? F is and E and C face opposite directions. C is towards the center and E must be away from the center. E away from the center, if E is here, then F will be here. Or if E is here, F will be here. And out of which F is seated second to the right of E means this E must be away from the center, F must be here only. Then are we getting the answer or not? What is the answer you are getting here? And F is to the immediate right hand side of C. And so only 2 alone is sufficient because you are getting a unique answer in condition number 2. Only 2 alone. Only 2 alone choice please. Choice 1 is the answer. The data in 2 alone is sufficient. Question number 106. Only 2 alone. Then question number 107. Now in this question number 107, among friends, how many friends are there? 6 friends, each running at different speed. Who runs the second slowest? Now how many persons are there? 6 persons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we need to find out the person who is the second slowest. Second slowest means now we need to find out the person who is at the 5th place. isn't it? Now the person at the 5th place. Then U runs faster than only 3 people. As U runs faster than only 3 people, U must be at the 3rd place. U runs faster than only 3 people, and T runs faster than W. T runs faster than W but slower than R. And R runs slower than U. This R runs slower than U are T and W. Are you getting the answer or not? As who is the second slowest here? T is the second slowest. And with the help of condition number 1, we can able to determine the answer. Then coming to condition number 2, R runs faster than only 2 people, hence R must be at the 4th place. S runs slower than only V. S is slower than only V. S is here and V must be here. S is slower than only V. T runs slower than U but not the slowest. And T runs slower than what? Slower than U but not the slowest means T cannot be here. Hence who is at the 5th place here? T is at the 5th place. Hence 1 alone is sufficient, 2 alone is sufficient, each statement alone is sufficient, and it is given in choice 4. Either statement 1 alone or 2 alone is sufficient, choice 4. Then question number 108. Now in this question number 108, in a 6-story building consisting of floor numbers 1 to 6, wherein the topmost floor is 6 and so on. Then E, F, G, H and J lives on different floor. Who among them lives on the floor number 3? Now the question is about the person who is living on floor number 3. How many floors are there? 6 floors, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Now we need to find out the person who is staying on floor number 3. Now in order to identify the person who is living on floor number 3, which statement is required? Tell me. Then condition number 1, E lives on floor number 4, E is on floor number 4, and only one person lives between E and G. As only one person between E and G, G can be here, that is one possibility. E is here, only one person between E and G, G can be here. There are 2 possibilities in according to condition number 1. One person between E and G. Next one, G does not live below E. As G does not below E, this case is ruled out. G does not live below E, and so we are left with only 1. And F lives immediately above J. F is immediately above J. There are 2 possibilities. F can be either on the 2nd, 3rd floor or on the 2nd floor. F lives immediately above J. F lives on an even number floor. F lives on an even number floor, F at this place. If F is here, J will be here. If J is here, then what is the question here? Who is on the 3rd floor? Tell me who is on the 3rd floor here? Among these persons, E, F, G, H, I, J. E, F, G, J, H and I. Either H, if H is at the 5th floor, I will be at the 3rd floor. Or I is at the 3rd floor, H will be H at the 3rd floor, I will be at the 5th floor. Then what is your answer here? Either H or I. Hence 1 alone is not sufficient. Then coming to the second one, only 2 alone. F lives on floor number 2. Now I am fixing F at this place. Only one person lives between F and E. F and E, only one person, E must be on the 4th floor. And only one person lives between H and I. H and I, there is only one person, H lives above I. H and I. H can be either 3 or 1 or 5 or 3. There are 2 possibilities. And H lives above I, and G lives immediately above H. As G lives immediately above H, H on the 3rd floor is not possible, isn't it? If H is on the 3rd floor, then G must be immediately above this one, which is not possible. Clear now? Hence, only one person lives between H and I, and G lives immediately above this one. Hence, H at this place. Then if H is here, I will be here, I is here, G will be here, isn't it? Then what is the question is about whom? The question is about who is living on the 3rd floor. Who is on the 3rd floor? I is on the 3rd floor. Are we getting the answer or not? Hence, by using which information we are getting the answer here? Only 2. That means choice 1 is the answer. Now this is about question numbers 104 to 108. Then 109 onwards. Now question number 109. Yes, 109 and 110. 109, A is 8 meters to the east of point Z. A is 8 meters to the east of point Z. Z is here, and this is A. A is how many meters? 8 meters. A is 8 meters to the east of Z. B is 4 meters to the north of Z. Now this is B. Now this B is 4 meters to the north of Z. And X is 7 meters to the south of A. Now this is X, and this X is 7 meters to the south of A. C is 3 meters to the west of X. Now this is C, and this C is 3 meters to the west of X. And next one, Y is 10 meters to the north of C. Y is 10 meters to the north of C means from C. Now here it must be Y. And what is the distance here? This is 10 meters. Y is 10 meters to the north of C. This is 3, and this will be 7. y is 10 meters to the north of C, y is 3 meters to the west of D, y is how many meters to the west of D? 3 meters. 3 meters to the west of D, hence A, D and X must be in a straight line. Now this is also the distance between these two is 3 meters. Then M is 5 meters to the west of C. M is 5 meters to the west of C means M will be here. Then if you take out M, the total distance between A and Z is 8, out of which this is 3 and this will be 5. 3 plus 5 is 8. Then M is 5 meters to the west of C, then what is the distance between B and M? Yes, tell me what is the distance between B and M here? B and M, from B to Z it is 4 and Z to M it is how much? 7. Hence 4 plus 7 it is 11 meters, choice 4. Done with this? Then coming to question number 110. Now how far and in which direction is point X from point D? X from point D, check out here. What is the distance here? This is 3 and this is 7. Hence 3 plus 7 is how much? 3 plus 7 is 10. And this X is towards which direction? South. Hence 10 meters south, that is given in choice 5. Question number 110, choice 5 is the answer. Then 111 onwards. Now 111 to 117, 111 to 117. Yes, there are 7 questions based on this one, 111 to 117. Yes, tell me what is given in this one, 111 to 117. G, H, I, J, K, L, M and N are seated around a square table in such a way that 4 of them seated at the 4 corners while 4 seated at the centers. Now 4 persons at the corner and 4 at the center, and they are seated around a square table, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now the persons who are, while 4 seated in the middle, the one who seated 4 corners face outside. The one who are seated at the corners are facing away from the center, and the one who are seated at the centers are facing towards the center. Clear? Then each one of them owns a mobile phone of different brands. Now the one who owns a Geno phone sits second to the right of N. N sits at one of the corners of the table. As N is at one of the corners of the table, now we can fix this N at any one of these places. N sits at one of the corners of the table, and the one who owns a Geno phone sits second to the right of N. Sits second to the right of N, Geno phone, the one who likes Geno phone must be here. Isn't it? N is facing away, Geno phone sits second to the right of N, and both J and the one who owns a lava phone are immediate neighbors of the one Geno phone. Now lava and who is the other person? Here J. J and lava are immediate neighbors. Hence if J is here, the one who owns lava must be here, or the vice versa, the second possibility. What is the second possibility here? Once again 8 persons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now in this one, the persons at the corners are away from the center, and the centers are facing towards the center. Now in this one, now J at this place, isn't it? After this J, then whatever this N is, sorry, it is not J, N is the first information given, right? N is facing away from the center, and whatever this Geno, the one who is using Geno is seated second to the right of N. Now J and lava, now if this is J, this will be the person who owns lava. Now J and the one who owns lava sits on either side of the one who owns this Geno phone. Then next condition here, only one person sits between. J does not own lava phone. Who owns Geno phone? J does not own lava phone. J does not own lava phone, and only one person between the one who owns Geno phone and G. Geno phone and G, there must be only one person, hence here it must be G. Geno phone and G, here it must be G. Isn't it? There is only one person between Geno phone and G. Next one, the one who owns a Motorola mobile sits third to the left of I. Motorola is seated third to the left of I. I is not an immediate neighbor of G. As I is not an immediate neighbor of G, I cannot be here. I cannot be here, isn't it? I is not an immediate neighbor of G, I cannot be here as well. Now, I cannot be at this place, cannot be here, cannot be here. Then tell me whether I can be here or not in the place of Geno. Geno place undachu leda. If I is here, 1, 2, 3, then Motorola can be here. This is one possibility, isn't it? If I is the person who owns Geno, and Motorola can be here, that is one possibility. Then, can I be at this place? Tell me here. If I is here, Motorola and Geno must be in the same place, which is not possible. I cannot be here. Can I be at this place? If I is here, 1, 2, 3, lava and Motorola must be in the same place, which is not possible, and I cannot be here as well. Then the only possibility is what? I owns Geno and whatever this Motorola. Now the one who owns Motorola is to the immediate left hand side of N. Follow avutunnara leda? Okay, we have finally we left with only one possibility to this I and this Motorola. Then coming to this one, now I is not immediate neighbor of J, isn't it? I cannot be in these three places and tell me whether I can be here or not. I can be Geno or not? Yes, I can be Geno. This is one possibility. If I is here, Motorola can be here. Then can I be at this place? Tell me here. I owns Lava. Yes, if I is here 1, 2, 3 and this Motorola, this is again one more possibility. Two possibilities in this one. I does not own a Lava phone, hence I cannot be here, that is clearly given. I does not own a Lava phone. As I cannot be here, then what is the only possibility here? Can I be at this place or not? Tell me. If I is here 1, 2, 3, the one who likes Motorola can be here. Isn't it? Whether it is possible or not? That is possible. And if I is here Geno, hence this Motorola, this is also possible. There are two possibilities in case 2. And only one person between the one who owns Motorola and Samsung. Motorola and Samsung, how many persons are there? There is only one person between Motorola and Samsung. No, sir. As a Motorola here or here, in both the cases, Samsung must be at this place only, in between S and I. Are you agreeing this one or not? Because only one person between Motorola and Samsung, either Motorola is here or here. In both the cases, this Samsung must be in between G and I. And the next one, Samsung and Motorola, there must be only one. And tell me where should this Motorola? I does not own. Only one person between the one who owns Motorola and Samsung. And this Samsung can be J or opposite to this one. There are two possibilities. Samsung can be here or Samsung can be here. Isn't it? Then mobile. J does not own a Samsung mobile. As J does not own Samsung mobile, hence this Samsung is ruled out. Now we are left with only this one. This person likes Samsung. And mobile. L is an immediate neighbor of the one who owns a Samsung mobile. L is an immediate neighbor of the one who owns a Samsung. L is here. And in this case, L is an immediate neighbor of the one who owns a Samsung. This is not at all possible. And the second case is completely ruled out. Now we are left with only one case. Clear now? Then coming to this one, the one who owns Nokia. The one who owns Nokia sits second to the left of K. Seated second to the left of K, tell me what is the only possibility here? Sits second to the left of K. Now K at this place. If K owns Samsung, then Nokia second place is not possible. Hence K must be here. If K is here, and the one who likes Nokia must be J. The one who owns Nokia phone sits second to the left of K. Next one, H neither owns a Motorola nor a Samsung. Now H owns neither Motorola nor Samsung. H neither Motorola nor Samsung, H cannot be here, H cannot be here. Then what is the only possibility left to this H? H must be Lava. Isn't it? H is Lava. And one of the immediate neighbors of H owns Apple. And so who owns Apple here? G owns Apple phone. Now the G owns Apple phone. As the G owns Apple phone, now this G owns Apple phone. As the G owns Apple phone, then what is the other information left over here? L does not own Sony. As L does not own Sony, N owns Sony phone. And what is the other thing left over here? L owns Micromax. L is Micromax. Now this is how these 8 persons are seated around this square table and owns 8 different mobiles. Now starting with N. N Sony, J Nokia, I Geno, H Lava, G Apple, and Samsung. Who is that person left over? M is the person left over. M is Samsung, L Micromax, and K Motorola, and Sony. Done with this? Now this is about question numbers 111 to 117. 111 to 117. Then 118 to 123. 118 to 123. Coded inequalities. Anyone please? 118 to 123. Next one. 124 to 128. 124 to 129. 124 Now in this one 124 to 129, these questions are based on syllogisms, but as in this one syllogisms, but as here it is does not follow, logically does not follow. In the earlier sessions we have done with logically follows. Logically does not follow means not even a single case it must be followed. In all the cases it should not be followed even in a single time, isn't it? Hence, as the questions are about does not follow, in the case of follows we have already checked out, we always focused on whether it can be false at least once or not. In the case of follows, if it is false once, it cannot be true forever. Now in the case of does not follow, now we are focusing on whether it can be true at least once or not. If it is true once, it cannot be false forever. Clear? From here onwards we are always focusing on whether the conclusion can be true at least once or not. Can be true. Then coming to this one, all dates are what? All the dates are months can be written as all the dates are months. These are the dates and which are months? All dates are months. Next one, all months are weeks, all dates are months, all months are weeks, no week is a second, no week is a second can be written like this, isn't it? Now this is the basic diagram, all days are months, all months are weeks, no week is a second. Then coming to the conclusions, tell me what is the conclusion here? No date is a second, true or false? One more statement, all seconds are hours. All these seconds are what? All these seconds are hours. Now these are seconds and hours. Then what is the first one here? No date is a second, true or false? As of now it is true. As it is true once, it cannot be false forever. Hence no need to check out that one once again. It cannot be your answer because it must be false forever. As it is true once, it cannot be false forever. Then coming to the second one, all dates are weeks. All dates are weeks, true or not? Yes, it is definitely true. As it is true, it cannot be your answer. All hours or dates is a possibility. All hours or dates, is it possible or not? All these hours or dates, if you write all these hours or date, now the date must be like this, isn't it? Now this entire part must be date, then only all hours or dates is possible. If you write date like this, all dates are what? All dates are months and all months are weeks, no month is a second will be false. Statement invalid. As statement invalid, it cannot be true at least once. Are you following this one or not? All hours or dates is not at all possible even in a single case. That means it is false in all the given cases. Done? Choice 3 is the answer. This is about question number 124. Then coming to 125. Now in this 125, some policies are varnishes. Some of the policies are varnishes can be written like this. Some policies are varnish. All varnishes are reagents. All these varnishes are what? Reagents. And no reagent is a chemical. No reagent is a chemical means no intersection between reagent and chemical. All glosses are chemical. All these glosses are chemicals. Now this is what the basic diagram. Now with the help of this one, first tell me no gloss is a varnish, true or false. Gloss is here, varnish is here, as of now it is true. As it is true once, it cannot be false forever. All varnishes or policies is possible. All varnishes are policies. All varnishes are policies possible or not? Yes, I can draw my diagram like this. All policies are varnish means these policies I can draw like this, isn't it? As it is true once, it cannot be false forever. No reagent is a policy. No reagent is a policy. Is it true or false? It is false. Why? Because some of the reagents or policies are definitely true. As some reagents or policies is true, no reagent is a policy will definitely be false. Hence, it is false forever. Then what is your answer? Choice 3 is the answer. Question number 125, choice 3. Done with this? Then 126. No bracket is a comma. No bracket is a comma, no intersection between bracket and comma. No bracket is a comma. And next one, no B is C. All stops are commas. All these stops are what? All stops are commas. All dashes are bracket. All these dashes are what? All dashes are brackets. And all brackets are exclamation. All these brackets are what? Exclamation. Then first one, no dash is a comma. No dash is a comma is true as of now, isn't it? As it is true once, it cannot be your answer. All exclamations are commas. All exclamations are commas is true or false? Is false. As it is false once, now we should check out whether it can be false forever or not. Now in the case of follows, what we have checked out, if it is true once, then we have checked out whether it can be true forever or not by proving the alternate diagram. Here as it is false ones, now we are checking out whether it can be false 100 cases or not in all the cases. Hence, in order to make this one false, now all exclamations or commas is possible. Hence, in the case of does not follow, always consider, always take these affirmative conclusions as a possible conclusion only. Now, the second one is an affirmative conclusion. Now, in order to check out whether it can be false forever or not, now I should prove whether all exclamations or commas can be true at least once or not, isn't it? Now, in order to make this one true, now my diagram of commas should be like this. Now, tell me whether I can draw comma like this. Now, if I draw comma like this, then only all exclamations or commas is possible. Is it possible at least once? No, it cannot be possible at least once. As it cannot be true at least once, it will be false forever. Done with this? Now, this is about question number 126, choice 2 is the answer. Is done. The remaining 3 shall explain or not required? Can you work out the remaining 3 in the same way? Next one. Then 130 onwards. Now, question number 130 onwards, it is based on input and output. As done with this input and output. Now, in this input and output, if you observe here, how many elements are there? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 elements are given in the input. How many steps are there? 6 steps are there. 12 elements, 6 steps, which implies that in each step exactly 2 elements are being arranged. Then check out the logic here. To find out the logic, always compare the input with the final output. Then what are these numbers? 23, 30, 39, 49, 56, 72. All the numbers are arranged in the ascending order. Then the words in the descending order. Numbers in the ascending order, words in the descending order. Then let us check out the pattern. As what is the pattern here? Now 72 arranged at the first place in step 1. At the same time, what is the other element arranged here? Your is the word arranged at the last place. From there onwards, 72 shifted to the second place in step 2, third place in step 3, fourth place in step 4, step 5, and finally to the sixth place in step 6. And similarly, this your shifted to 11th place, 10th place, 9th place, 8th place, and finally to the 7th place. Clear? And further, the next number to 72 will be arranged here 56, next number 49, and so on. Hence, if you observe here 23, 30, 39, 49, 56, 72, here also 23, 30, 49, 59, 56, 72. And the words, care, hand, park, tank, trip, your, care, hand, park, trip, care. No, sir, these are the elements, care, hand, park, tank, and trip, isn't it? Hence, all the elements are arranged at the last places, further they were shifted to the left hand side and right hand side. Can you work out this one? All the questions are based on the same logic and the same pattern. Yes, 136 to 140. Yesterday itself we have discussed about this one, 136 to 140. Clear now? Then the same question. The next one is number series. And the next one is number series. Tell me what are the questions here, number series question numbers please. 161 onwards. Now question numbers 161 to 165. Now question number 161, 733, 159, 785. And again if you check out the choices, what are the choices here? The choices, now in the choices, now the choices are in 3000, 3900, 3500 and so on. As the numbers are increasing at a very faster rate, it must be under difference are this one 7 and 33. If you go for the difference between 733 and 159 and next one 785. Tell me what are the differences among these numbers? 7 and 33, the difference is how much? 7, 33. Now the difference between these two 7 and 33 is 26. And next one the difference between 159 and 33 will be how much? 126. And here the difference between 159 and 785 is how much? 155 and this one. And this is 626, 620. Then how to express these numbers? This 26 can be written as good, 5 square plus 1. And this 126 can be written as 5 cube plus 1. And this 626 can be written as 5 power 4 plus 1. And the next number must be 5 power 5 plus 1. What is 5 power 5? 5 power 5 is 3125 plus 1, 3126. Now if you add 3126 to this 7 85, you will get the answer. And what is the number here? 5 plus 6 is 11. Among the given choices, there are 2, and 7 and 1, 800. And this must be 3911. Clear now? Yes, the difference between the numbers can be written as 5 square plus 1, 5 cube plus 1, 5 power 4 plus 1, 5 power 5 plus 1, and so on. 161. Then 162. Now in this 162, 20, 20.5, and what is the next number here? 42. After this 42, 127.5, and next one is 512. Then what should be the next one? Now 20 and 20.5, tell me how to express this one. 20 into 1 plus 0.5, and 20.5 into 2 is how much? 41 plus 1 is 42. 42 into 1, 2, and this must be into 3. 42 into 3, 126, plus how much? Plus 1.5. Next one into 4, plus how much? Plus 2. Next one into 5 plus 2.5. 512 into 5 is how much? 2500 plus 2560, plus 2.5, 2562.5, that is choice 5. Done with this? Each of these numbers is multiplied with into 1, into 2, into 3, into 4, into 5, and the difference is what? Plus 0.5, plus 1, plus 1.5, plus 2, and plus 2.5, 162. Then question number 163, 18, 35, 69, 137, 273. 163. Now in 163 the numbers are 18, 35, 69, 137, next one 273, then what should be the next one? 18 and 35, the difference between these two is 17, and 35 and 69, the difference between these two is 34, and 69 and 137, the difference is how much? 51, and the next difference between these two is how much? 68, isn't it? Isn't it? 7 and 70, 17, the differences are 34 and 68, and what is the next difference here? 17, 34, 1 minute. Now 69 and 150, 137, what is the difference here? Here the difference between these two, 70, 70 plus how much? 69, hence the difference between these two is 68. That is 17 into 2, 34, 34 into 2, 68, 68 into 2 is how much? 136. Here if you observe here, the difference between these two numbers is 136. 7 plus 6 is 3, 1 plus 3, 4 plus 7, isn't it? Next one. And the next number must be how much? 136 into 2. What is 136 into 2? 272. Now 272 must be added. If you add 272 here, then what is the number here? And 545. 545, that is choice 3. Question number 163. Then 164. Now in this 164, what are the numbers here? The numbers are increasing at a very fast rate, hence it must be under difference 10, 13, 20. Next one is 33 and 54. 33 and 54. Then 10 plus 3 is 13, and 13 plus 7 is 20. 20 plus how much? 20 plus 13 is 33, and 33 plus 21, 54. Isn't it? Then now the difference between 3 and 7 is 4. 7 plus 6 is 13, and 13 plus 8 is 21, and 21 plus 10, 31. Now how much should be added here? 31 should be added. 54 plus 31 is 85. 85 given in choice 3, 164. Then after this, question number 165. Now in this question number 165, if you observe here, the numbers are in the decreasing order. Whenever the numbers are in the decreasing order, we should always start in the reverse order. Now 8 and 128. Yes, tell me what is the relation between these two, 8 and 128. 8 into how much? 8 into 1, and 48, 8 into 16. And 128 and 1024. Tell me what is the relation between these two? Into 8. 128 into 8 is 1024. Next one 16, 8. And the next one is 4. 1024 into 4, that is 4096. And after this 4096, 16, 8, 4. And the next one must be into 2. 4096 into 2 is 8192. Isn't it? And the first number should be multiplied with how much? Into 32. Something into 32 must be 8, and so what should be the number here? 0.25. 0.25 into 32, that is 8 is the number. Done with this? And choice 5, this is about paper number 4, question numbers 161 to 165 and 91 to 140. Yes, anything else in this paper? and the next is Quant.